In verse 11, I thought it was interesting as you look at it. I'd like you to get you to picture that. All those things. Why do they mention out all the things? Let me put it to you as though this is a Macy's department store. Okay? I was reading about this, and I thought it was a great way to look at it. As he mentions these things, in verse 12, first floor, we have jewelry. Second floor, we have clothing. Third floor, we have home furnishings. And these are all in verse 12. Verse 13, fourth floor, cosmetics. Fifth floor, food court. In verse 13, sixth floor, verse 13, automotive. Then we have them down in the basement, and the end of verse 13 is the very worst. This is the word bodies, which refers to that of the misuse of bodies. We would call that pornography, which is over $1 billion industry in our country alone. And it's a worldwide problem. Look at all. These are all things that are necessities. These are all luxuries. These are extra things. It's the trap of materialism. It goes berserk. We can't stop spending. We just can't stop ourselves. It says they will all mourn because they're trapped. This is not the world that they would try to make. This is a world that is, this judgment is upon them, and they never saw it coming. They could have, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to hear what the witnesses had to say from the Word of God. They didn't want to hear what the true Christians were telling them all along. They don't want to hear any of that. So all of a sudden, people are having heart attacks because these things are happening, and they never saw this coming because they weren't looking. But the most interesting thing about it is they're reaping the very thing that they did to those who would not receive the mark of the beast, who could neither buy nor sell. Now they're in that position.